Hi, beautiful Aquarius. Welcome to A New Era. My name is Emma. Aquarius, this is a little bit of a different reading because it's not assigned to any particular month or any particular time period. It's assigned. Well, it is a particular time period because it's a little bit of a crazy time. So this is a time assigned a crazy time. I just felt like there was so much going on in the ether, so much planetary shifts, so much energetic shifts, and as I'm recording this, it's a timeless reading, so no matter where you, like in your life, what time, date that you find this, it is the right time to get it. But when I am recording this, it's between eclipses, so it's in the between a solar eclipse and a lunar eclipse, and I just feel like there's so much happening that I just wanted to specifically ask your spirit guides or your angels for some clear messages for Aquarius. So Aquarius is spirit guides. Like, what do they have for you right now in this very moment? I also just want to say that as I'm recording this, if you hear some music, every once in a while, there's some music coming in and you're like, is that the angel is talking? Maybe it is. But that is also my son who's not feeling really well. So he's sitting, and I think it's due to the eclipses. I'm starting to learn that now, that he's like so in tune with these things, and sometimes it gets a little bit overwhelming for him, but it gets easier and easier and gets better and better. Each time it's a little bit crazy. So he's in the other room and he's watching something or listening to music or whatever. Do you hear that? So if you wonder what that sound is or that noise is, it's him. Okay. So what do we have for Aquarius, please? We're going to use the deck for the heart. This is for the heart, and then we're going to use Archangel Michael's deck. He wrote it. He did it. To just specifically get something from your angels. And I feel like Archangel Michael, he tends to have like a part in a lot of people's lives all the time. Base chakra. Someone else had base chakra. I can't remember now. And win or lose. Okay. So if we start with the base chakra here, for whatever reason, Michael wants to have a word in right now. Usually I just get through the reading with the first cards and then I pull the angel cards at the end, but for some reason, we want to pull these cards as well. Your home is protected by angels. That flip, but didn't really come out. Honor and trust your feelings. And then I get the Merkaba. Like did you see that? That star. Okay. Honor and trust your feelings. There you go. Self-respect. Has a little to do with honor your and trust your feelings. Self-respect. With another, and now I can't remember that actual, there seems to be a lot going on with symbols, because, and what is that called? That's going to drive me nuts. Okay, you know what that is. The triangle with what looks like a 3 in front of it, and then we have the Merkaba, and I was almost saying sacred geometry, but I didn't say sacred geometry for whatever reason. And now when this is coming out, I want to say there's symbols that are really important on your path right now. Symbols are trying to talk to you, like you have, or this might even be that you are learning your own symbol language, like learning how to interpret things that are showing up for you, like what they mean. That can be out and about, like when you're just out on the walk, or you can turn the television on and there's something, or you can turn some sort of music on and there it is in the lyrics. It can be through dreams. It can be through conversation. It can be like literally anywhere that like you're learning how to interpret things that are coming through to you. So symbol seems to be very important right now, and sacred geometry. However, sort of like, what's up with that? If you feel a little bit of a calling there, please look into it, as I feel like most of the universe is made up of sacred geometry, and how we go around in this universe and how we create actually literally whatever we create is of importance there. So look into that. So your home is protected by angels and self-respect. But I'm going to put those to the side a little bit. And then we have the base chakra, can't speak, which is all about getting rooted in. So if this is like the opposite of what you feel like right now, if there are some crazy times and you feel like I can't really deal, or there's so much that like you feel pulled in a lot of different directions right now, to just really take a moment every day. And it doesn't have to be more than 5 minutes, but those 5 minutes will make a huge difference. It will make a huge difference in the way that if you're not doing this for 5 minutes, you feel like a little bit all over the place. But if you do take those 5 minutes to just clearly focus on just getting rooted, getting anchored into Mother Earth, just feeling grounded, so that you can be more stable and imbalanced throughout the day with whatever then people come and throw at you, or like what life shows up with. And this is very much about finding your home, knowing where your home base is. It's a base chakra, but it's like home base. Feeling connected, feeling like you belong, feeling like you are part of a community or part of a group or part of you're part of something. You're not an outcast, you're not abandoned, or you don't feel like you're lonely. This is being a part of something. That's really important here as well. And number 1 speaks about new beginnings, new energy coming into your life. It can be starting over in whatever that is. Like I said, with these energies going on right now, it's like it gives you an opportunity to really look at things for what they are. And that is not easy sometimes. I just feel like this has been a time, at least for me, this has been a time period, and not just for me. I hear about a lot of people around me, and I've been helping a lot of people around me with just the same thing. That you feel like whatever trauma, whatever wounding, whatever imbalances that has been laying dormant in your body that hasn't been taken care of or looked at properly, is now coming up to the surface. And sometimes that doesn't feel like it's helping us, right? It's more like, well, this is not really fitting in my life right now. I'm sort of busy with a little bit of other stuff. So can this trauma stuff please wait? No, it can't. That has to be the priority. That has to be the thing. And it might actually come up in the midst of you feeling really busy because it's almost like it catches you by surprise. So therefore you can't sort of ignore it. If you're a little bit more in control and sort of being in charge of your day and whatever, you might not even allow for those things to come up to the surface. So it's really good when these things start to appear, and it seems to be a very lucrative time for those things to appear, and then for you to sit through them, to work through them, to just heal them once and for all, so that you start to anchor yourself in, to belong, to know your purpose, to feel your place, feel where your home is. Okay. And then we have win or lose, which is basically, this is a little bit about conversations as well. Like you need to maybe have a little bit of a conversation with someone that we can't sweep under the rug anymore. It can be something that you have been wanting to sweep under the rug, or maybe like not wanting to talk to someone about. If you have already done this, you know that this has just taken place. You've talked to someone about something that has bothered you, something that needs changing. It might even be that like, I can't see you anymore type of situation, conversation. And that doesn't necessarily just be, mean romantic relationships. That can be friendships. That can be like, they just don't fit they're just not coming with you. Where you're going, they're not coming with, if that makes sense. It doesn't mean that you're better and they're worse, or vice versa. It just means you're going in vibrational different directions. But there seems to be that we want to have a discussion about it, or we need to have some sort of conversation about it. Because sometimes I would just say that, law of attraction takes care of those things for you. Vibrationally, things, people will just vibrate themselves right out of your life, or you will vibrate yourself right into someone else's life. And that's all due to vibrational, how we mesh in the vibrational ethers, right? And so sometimes it just feels like you don't even have to bother. Like you don't even have to call someone up to say, like, I don't want to see you anymore. Like, things, it feels good to have closure, right? It feels good to just be respecting someone else with just giving them their respectful time to say, you know what, I don't want to do this anymore. But for the purpose of like, how do one get rid of someone else? You don't even have to plan how to get rid of them. If you just focus on raising your vibration and they're not coming, they're not coming. If they are not raising their vibration, they cannot join you. And so you sort of don't have to care about that. That's what I'm trying to say. And then there's something about like, we have win or lose here. And I'm just drawn here today to say, like, this is a situation where you're making a decision, Aquarius. You're making a decision whether, like, okay, I know this is a tough one. And for sure, I've been through this one myself a couple of times. Is when you think someone else is not doing what you want them to do, has behaved in a way that you don't want them to behave, if everyone knew what they've been up to, like, you would win 100 times. Like, if this was a competition, you'd take the prize because, like, there's been wrongdoing here. Okay, so we know that. You know that. So now, in order for you to move on, in order for you to make this decision to really anchor yourself, like, take this to the next level right now, to sort of use the energies that's going on right now and anchor yourself in where you're at. It's almost like saying, okay, I'm ready to sort of find myself, to just be the most stable, balanced person you ever saw. You can't be balanced and stable and at the same time be really pissed at someone else. Or you can't hold grudge and at the same time feel peace in your life. You can't be revengeful or think that, like, someone else should have their karma coming, and at the same time feel like you're on the love vibration. They're just so opposite in the vibration. So there's something about, it's actually not about win or lose. It's about, do you want to continue to point something out? Like, I'll give you something personal. I won't get into the situation, but I'll give you something personal. And I even said this to another person the other day, to a personal reading, that they wanted so much to, like, get them back, like, to get someone else, like, I'll get them, I hope they'll pay their price, being really angry about their situation and feeling like they were, wrongly doing something. And I was just talking about, like, just really talking about that the other day. And I was just saying, I completely can relate. I completely understand where you come from. And to say, like, I had a situation where I just, like, is that person really going to get off the hook? Because I'm so freaking good at refocusing my thoughts. They're just going to walk away. They're not going to have their fair share of, like, condemning karma. Of course they are. But it's just not me to be their karma. Just like the same thing, like, I'm not going to be the person's karma where I got the lesson from. That rarely happens, They're going to get their karma from someone else's story or something else, That's just how the universe works. And it's not even to punish them. That's the hard part. They're not even being punished. It's just karma. It's just, cause and effect. That's how it works. So I went on a thought train there. I was just thinking the same thing is, like, if you help someone, it's not necessarily so that the help you will receive back comes from the same person that you helped. They might not even be in a position to help you back at that stage, but the help will come back. It might just not be through that person or through that situation. Does that make sense? You might really help someone, and the help will come back through a completely different person at a completely different scenario or situation. Just like the bad stuff, it's not for you to be someone else's karma, right? that one is tough sometimes when you don't want to when you think, if I'm letting this go, they're off the hook. If I'm forgiving them, they're off the freaking hook. Like, I don't want them to be off the hook because of what they did. But you have to choose, Aquarius. You cannot be feeling like you need to be someone else's karma, or you feel like you need to condemn or be in a revengeful mode or thinking certain things about other people. And at the same time, be in this anchoring into Mother Earth, feeling the love, feeling the, community. That's all about like embracing and including, and you can't be in both vibrations. It's something about right now in this climaxing, eclipsing energies right now that causes you to choose. Do you want to drop the lower vibrations or do you not? Like, do you want to stick around in those lower vibrations and continue to be pissed at someone else? Or do you just want to let it go? For whatever that means. It might even mean that they got off the hook. Okay, so let the universe deal with it. You're not someone else's karma. And it's 5, so it's a tough one. It's something to get over. But you'll get over it because we have the base chakra at the same time. We have self-respect. Now that makes so much more sense. Show some self-respect for the love of God. Your home is protected by angels. It makes so much more sense. Your home is protected. So if you're letting go of a certain situation, and that it might not even be, Aquarius, it might not be as heavy as I was talking about. It might just be someone at your job, someone at your workplace doesn't deserve blah, blah, blah. Or you need to address someone or like whatever. No, you don't. No, you just don't. You just need to move on to better energies and let the universe take care of it. It can be a lighter situation as well. Or like someone in your friend circle or a family member, like whatever that is. If you're letting someone off the hook, so to speak, if you're raising to a higher vibration, does it feel like someone, like if you don't tend to people anymore that you're a little bit like you think that they should be tended to, are they going to come back like and bite you in your, where? Or like, are you not going to be protected then? Are you not going to like blah, blah, blah? I'm not an Aquarius in any way, shape or form in my birth chart, a little bit, but not much. But I'm actually going to go back and listen to this myself because I feel like this is very much a message for me as well. So like if you let someone off the hook, or if you don't observe them or keep an eye out for them, will they not come and haunt you somehow, some way? Like, will they not do something then? No. Because as you start to raise the vibration, they're not coming in their vibration. They're going to be down here still. As you raise your vibration, there's no way that they can interfere with you. They're just not allowed. It's not even an allowing thing, but they can't even come into your frequency because they're not sharing that vibrational space. Does that make sense? And so just know that if you feel like I'm not keeping an eye out for myself, just know that the angels has your back. The angels are there to serve. I want to say that they're there to serve and protect you. And this is helping you gain self-respect. The grounding, the stabilizing, the anchoring in, the feeling really solid within yourself. And at the same time, not sweeping things under the rug, having things come up to the surface, healing things, putting your foot down, setting boundaries, let go of certain people that just doesn't, like in your mind, in your physical life, however that is, if you have certain people on your mind that you think you need to have a discussion with, or that you think you need to continue to think about, or they might do something, or they might, blah, blah, blah. Just let it go. You will regain so much self-respect. Like there will be so much respect for yourself there, and it will improve your worthiness a lot. That was a long message here for Aquarius today. Okay, that's what I have for you, beautiful Aquarius. I hope that's some inspiration from your spirit guides. So I will say this, depending on when you listen to this, as I'm recording this video, I'm still offering personal readings. When you find this video, I might not do them anymore, but please send me a message and you'll find everything about it in the description and we'll take it from there. Thank you so much.